What's up, welcome to Houdini in the garage. And that is what you can get for $34 if you're willing to do a little bit of digging. Now here's the long and the short of it. I'm going to tell you, friends, tools are getting cheaper, have been for quite a while, and it's a beautiful thing. You can walk into Harbor Freight, you can walk into Wally World, all the various brands that the mainland communists have to offer. Finally, a guy like me, monkey with a toolbox, weekend warrior shade tree mechanic, can afford to stock their toolbox with all the various thisins and that's and twisty things and bangy things and pokey things and pinchy things that you need to fix old Jeeps, old cars, old snarl blowers, whatever you're doing. The problem is some of this mainland communist stuff is maybe not meant to last. It's probably not a generational tool. Unlikely I will be handing down many of the tools I buy at Wally World or Harbor Freight to the executive producer. But there is a beautiful alternative to only shopping from the mainland communists. And that is where my bucket of fun comes in. This is the product of the wife and I spending about half the day yesterday going to various flea markets and antique stores, doing some bargain hunting, and trying to get my hands on the good stuff. The made in the USA from back in the day stuff. Believe it or not, made in Japan and made in Taiwan tools are pretty darn good. Scored this, my personal favorite wrench brand, SK. This was the only one that I spent a bit too much on. Got the whole lot for $34. Got this pneumatic two-way drill, something I've been needing for a while, for 10 bucks. Certified that it works. I tested it this morning. She sure do. This is a Chicago Pneumatic. Made in Japan, but you know me, I'm a sucker for patriotism, but made in Japan tools tend to be 10 out of 10. I'm not sure exactly when this piece would be from, but if I were to go buy one today, being that this is not a tool I need all the time, I maybe will use it once a year, I'm going to have to buy the Harbor Freight version. It's probably going to be 30 bucks, and it's going to last me a year, 2 years, maybe one job. This, on the other hand, I'll be passing down to the executive producer once I get my use out of it. $10. There's a whole box of them. The only one I stretched on, like I said, was my SK wrench. That was $4. It's 3/4, but the beauty about 3/4 is 3/4 is the same as 19. So it's 2 wrenches for 1. So really, I bought 2 wrenches for $2 a piece. Big sucker for SK. These are some robust, made in the USA, of course. This whole bucket right here was 20 bucks. 20 American doll hairs. Gave the girl a fresh Hamilton. She said, take it. There's probably about 75 sockets in here. Most of them are wildly redundant. The wife actually asked me, we were checking out. She'd never give me carp for what I was bringing home, but she looked at me and very earnestly asked, why do you need more sockets? And here's the long and the short of it. I'm going to tell you, most of these I don't need. I really don't need a rusty, flaking 11/16. I've got all the 11/16 I'm probably ever going to need in my lifetime. But where the big money is, right here, this is a 32. I don't have a 32 currently, do I? No, I don't have a 32 mil socket. This is a Craftsman, but it's old Craftsman, made in the USA. If I went to the store to buy this, got to be at least 15 bucks, right? For this 32. This 30, same thing. I don't have a 30. I have 10 to 25, and then a couple odd sizes after that, a 36, which is like a Dana 30 axle nut. But I didn't have a 30 and a 32. This right here is probably worth the 20 bucks. Easily. What do we have here? 1.1/8 I do have. The point is, you do some digging, you buy a set like this, and you can really flesh out your own set. Now, the other beauty of having all this stuff is there's some weird sizes. Like this is a really long 7/16, and it's a 6-point. This is actually a really nice socket. Where is this made? This is a Taiwanese unit. This is a really nice socket. Look how thick that is. You don't see a ton of 6-point stuff, which I prefer, and it's a nice long unit. 3/8 drive, so that's a win right there. I haven't even broken into this one. Looks like there might be an impact socket in there. Yeah, this is definitely an old impact. It says impact on it. Who makes this? Oh, this is an old Craftsman, 3/4. Again, though, this would be good for pulling lugs. 3/4 is 19 once again. I'm gonna sort through, figure out how much metric I have, how much standard I have, and see if we find any more golden nuggets. $20, I'll tell you what, that's a lot of sockets. It's got to be 75 to 100 sockets here. Some really interesting stuff I found too. Let me take a look. Now the beauty in a find like this is not just the quantity you got for the dollar amount, but there's some real high quality stuff in here. You can always tell older sockets because the walls are so much thicker. Now this is obviously an intense example, this little 3/16, but even like, well, this is definitely a newer, though it is made in Taiwan. It's a no name on there. That's newer. You can see how thick that is compared to this. And I'm guaranteeing this is a True Craft, which is a company I've never heard of, but made in Japan. It's quite a unit. This one I found real interesting, this 16 mil, and the reason is the 16 is printed, usually the sockets are this way. Like every socket I've ever held, up is the side where the bolt would go, not this one. So that leads me to believe, probably pretty old. Name of the company is Great Neck. And it's got a picture of a giraffe on there, which I'm certain you cannot see. The point being, what was the point? Well, I'm advocating that you get off your lazy butt and you go try to find some of these deals for yourselves, because there are old timers retiring every day. People pass away, their family doesn't know what to do with their stuff, and you can really improve your tool collection for not a ton of cash. All right, here's the whole point I'm trying to make, right? You can, for $20, you can buy this kit. I got it on Amazon 2 years ago. It was the cheapest toolkit. I think I was gonna do some gimmick video about taking the cheapest toolkit on Amazon to the junkyard and seeing, you know, how far we could get with this. Never got around to that. If that's something you'd like to see, you can let me know. You want to see me try to pull tow hooks with this kit? Please say no, because I don't want to have to do that. And I'm not crapping on this, and I understand, you know, there's not always a flea market around where you can get a bucket of sockets, but the point is really just to illustrate how much beefier the old stuff is. And I mean, I'm not exactly breaking any new ground here. Everybody knows stuff used to be made more robust. But with a little bit of time, you can save yourself from a kit like this, which I'll bet these are fine. I'll bet these are fine. I bet this is absolute crap and doesn't last more than 3 turns. If I tried to, because I almost always have to put a pipe on the ratchet to get the 15 mils loose that are that are holding the tow hooks on there, this isn't surviving that, I guarantee it. This, again, I'm probably snapping these off the second I put them in anything. Let's see, are these even hardened, do you think? Relatively hardened. Not really, though. I wouldn't say they're skating the file, you know? And that's the point. You can get plenty of tools for $20, but I'd rather do it the old way. So that's really all I wanted to share with you guys today. And don't have an exact thesis for this video outside of just trying to motivate y'all to get out there. It's almost yard sale, garage sale. What do y'all call it in your area? I just recently learned that, so we call them garage sales here. We've heard of yard sales, sidewalk sales, rummage sales, but if somebody said you want to go to a rummage sale, you'd kind of look at them strange. So here in Jersey on the East Coast, it's a yard sale. What do you call it where you guys are? And my point was, it's that season, it's spring. Get off your lazy butt, get out early, because if you get there at noon, this stuff's already gone. Me and Eric have already come through. We got the good stuff. All that's going to be left is, I don't know, old Disney cassette tapes from the 1990s. And there's some really, really high quality stuff out there. This one in particular, I'm the kind of guy who can fall in love with a socket, and I've fallen in love with this. Nice, long, just beefy as all get out. Let's compare it to the 7/16 in here. 17/32. That's the other problem with these kits, right? So instead of giving me a 17/30, this is a 17/32 socket. Now I'm not saying, I actually saw 17/32 in here somewhere. Instead of giving me a 17/32, a 15/32, and all these 13/32, and all these ridiculous sizes, when is anybody going to need this? Give me less tools and make them of higher quality. Source a decent ratchet, because I can tell you right now, this is absolute trash. Just the way it feels in your hand, it's light, it's airy. I'm surprised it's not floating away on me. And that's the problem. People would rather have quantity over quality. Oh my God, it's a 60-piece toolkit for only $20. Well, yeah, how good do you think those tools are? Give me a 4-piece toolkit for 20 bucks. All right, what were we doing? 7/32. 7/16, Christmas, amateur hour. This thing is literally a toy in comparison. You believe that? Camera's turning off on me. Yeah, man, so I've driven that home enough. Y'all get it. I'd love to hear what kind of things you guys have scored. These were, believe it or not, from antique shops. The antique shops around here do pretty well. It's not all old furniture and weird paintings. You can get some real good tool deals. Like I said, it was literally a box of pneumatic drills, all for 10 bucks. I almost bought more to see if anybody else needed any, but I just bought the one. Stuff like this wrench, they just don't make them like this. Well, yeah, you can go and Google how much SK wrenches are today. I wanted to get a set of SK wrenches for the bench here. It's not happening. It's 350 bucks for a standard set, and you need to spend another 350 on the metric set. So yeah, getting this for $4 is a pretty big get. And in case you were wondering why I was so excited about getting one friggin' wrench. So there we go, man. Let me know what kind of scores y'all have made out there. And do let me know what you call them in your area. I'm always interested in that. Yard sales here in Jersey. You come talking about a sidewalk sale in Jersey. We're going to know what you mean, but we're going to look at you a little bit funny. All right? Let me that comment down in the squawk boxes. If you like the video. That's just common sense. Subscribe to the channel. Maybe even check out our website, monkeywithatoolbox.com. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time. I'm in love with this friggin'